Hey everybody, so I'm getting ready to I'm getting ready to do another pour. I need to be going to sleep because I deal with sleep deprivation, but I want to paint. I told my mother I think there's a thing called sleep debt. Not sleep debt, there is, because I have it. But I told my mother I think there's a thing called sleep woke or woke sleep, where you think that you're woke, but you're really not. And I really do think I have it. Now, I scraped this off the table, but I saw some chunky stuff in it. And I'm going to put this down as my base as I do another deconstructive bloom. I did this before and did a beautiful painting. I know there's going to be some chunky stuff down there. So what I'm doing is straining the paint. And instead of straining it and letting it drop into another cup, I'm letting it drop here. On the canvas. It should be enough. Alright, and I'm going to, I didn't pick my colors, but I guess I'll do that now. What colors do I want? And I think I'm going to go ahead and just use this swipe tool. So, some of that I'll have to scrape off later, but yeah. So I think I'm going to do the purple and the white and the brown. How about that? I'm gonna have to thin out my swipe catalyst. It is a little thick. This is my swipe catalyst. And I'm using Flood Penetrol, which behaves much like Australian Floetrol, giving me the lacing. I just did a painting and it did some really nice lacing. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to, whew, that stuff smells strong. I'm going to use this brown. I'm going to use some gold, some purple, some white, and maybe a pinch of lavender. And I'm just going to do one swipe going across. I hope I don't do anything crazy. I mean, at least one time I want to just do what I say and don't get a bright idea at the very last minute. And then I want to stretch it out. Didn't I say gold? Do I want to do gold? You know what? See, I just said don't. Okay, so I'm going to hold the gold because I have the idea to do something on the side. Like make this come up this way and then just do a gold swipe here and a gold swipe there. So I'm going to hold tight to that little gold swipe thing and just see how I like it. Let's just go ahead and add a little blue. So I have 4 colors there. Okay. Alright. So now let's put this on the catalyst. Let's put this catalyst on rather. So this is my black. I'm just trying to get it all over there. See? So I don't leave any unswiped. Okay. Look at that. So how about we, how about we come this way with this one? That little bubble was bothering me. I'm so happy that I found this flood Penetrol because I get to get the lacing. See, that's a big one right there. So what if I do my gold there and my gold there? Because I don't want this dark color. And that's what will end up being my, that's what will end up being my base. So I have some gold here. I made a mistake and put it in something that had a little gold, white, and black. So adding a little more gold. I wasn't even supposed to do this. I just realized paint that I was supposed to use. I just saw it when I was lifting the gold. Oh well. This should be pretty. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to. Okay. Alright, so let's pour. Let us stretch this out. I could spin it, but okay. See that big clunk of whatever that was? Okay. Ah, I almost dropped it. I don't like that corner down there. I don't like it. And I knew I wouldn't because it's late at night and I should be asleep. But instead I'm doing this, so I knew I was not gonna like it. So let's try it again. And this time I'm not gonna do swipe. And this time I'm going to blow it. Let me see something. I hope you guys can see it. Else I've just been. Okay, yeah, you could see it. It's way back yonder. but you can see it. How about that? That's gotta be much better. Okay. 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 Let's spin it, or should we tilt it? Let's let's spin it and see what we come up with. So as you see, I put a little too much black in the middle. Could leave it and it could look like a black hole dispersed, right? They always tell you do not worry about blowing over a cell or what is on pearls? These are cells. Don't worry about it because you'll always make more. I think I'm gonna spin it, but I don't think I'm gonna do much more than that because, well, I might tilt it down here. I don't like that color. Hmm. I don't like that gray. I'm wondering if I should blow it out. Let's spin it on out. How about that? Next time I won't use so much black. But this just looks like an explosion. Like it started out as black and just, we'll see if I like it. It's getting better. Let me try it again. I don't mind it. I really need it. You don't understand. I'm so happy that I have this. The Australian Penetrol gives you the same pearls. Probably not as good as these though, but it runs you like $50, sometimes $55, $60. And I can't. I just refuse. Some things I'm stubborn about, and I always say I wouldn't care if I was a millionaire. Some things I'm just stubborn about. Yeah, I can't explain. Like clothes, I refuse. Why? They probably spent about 10 cents on the whole outfit, and I'm gonna go spend a couple thousand. I wouldn't care if I was a billionaire, trillionaire. I'm just not doing it unless I just want to support someone. And it probably wouldn't be a known designer; it'd be somebody up and coming. And on that note, I'm gonna spin it again, and then we're gonna call it a day because I'm liking it. More cells are lifting up through because the black paint has oil in it. You know how they say oil and water doesn't mix, so the paint comes up through, and that's what you're seeing, and we call them cells. I think I blew a lot of it away, and that I didn't is probably kind of thick in the middle. So we'll see some more come up around the sides or the edges, but I don't think that we're going to see any more come up out of that black. That black it is what it is. Like you may find some, see how that's coming out? You may find some, but oh, there's some under there. I won't do that again. I just wanted to see how deep it was. Alright, I'm happy. I'm so happy I got that Penetrol. And I'm happy with this because the last one I'm not happy with. Well, let me just say this. I wasn't happy with the last one, and I said I was going to make it into 2 planets. Moved it to the side, started walking around, and all of a sudden fell in love. And I'm thinking about pulling it back over here and scraping it, the top part that was the sky, and doing that again. Even if it looks something like this across the top of the sky, and then the bottom of it, you know, it just will look like some kind of a wacky explosion of outer space explosion or something. Or like the inside of a rock. Like, I mean, I know there's probably no rocks like this, but you crack it open, and in the middle there's like this black, and then there's these other little pretty, like a conglomerate rock. I'm into geology, but a conglomerate rock is when a whole bunch of rocks come together. They've been together for hundreds of thousands of years, and they've been together so long that they become one rock, which is what I wish people could do. Just come together and just become one rock. instead of all these wars. But that's a whole other situation. But yeah, that's what this is reminding me of. So I'm not particular about this, but the way it's blending in, I can excuse it. I can let it go and stop crying over spilled milk. But alright, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm glad that turned out really well. I'm very happy. Tomorrow I will be doing some more paintings with the swipe because now I'm in love. I finally found a swipe that works. I didn't like using the silicone oil. I was using this one for the past 3 years. This is how long it lasted me because I was doing cloud pours and all of that, so I didn't need it, the Nick Pro silicone oil. But I just didn't like the way that it did it. It didn't do it like this. It was a whole other situation. Yeah, it didn't, I can't explain it, but it did its own thing. This is looking a lot like pearls, and even though it's cells, it looks like a mixture of pearls and cells, which it probably would turn to pearls because I think one of the whites that I had, I did not make a mistake. I think I had a little bit of satin enamel paint in there, and I just said, oh, what the heck, and then put the other. So I'm not surprised if there are cells in there. So I will be doing some more swipes soon. This is very inspiring. But thank you for joining me. I want to touch that so bad, but I'm not. I'm going to be a good girl. Thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel with arts and entertainment. So everything from painting to singing and dancing and jokes and acting and some spotlight on, celebrities. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for joining me.